Morning, Aideen. How are you?
Good morning, Peter. I am great, thank you.
Jolly good, jolly good. Aideen, welcome to the NI Business Podcast. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. Could we start? Could you tell me a little about yourself, your background, and your business, please?
Yes, of course, and thanks very much for having me, Peter. So, yes, my name is Aideen Duggan. I'm the founder and director of Keenan Recruitment, and we have just moved into Belfast to the beautiful Titanic Suites. So we have been going since January 2013, and I was in recruitment for a good 8, 9 years before that. So basically, what I do is I find people jobs and help them carve out a meaningful career.
And is recruitment, is that what you always wanted to do?
No, absolutely not. I don't know of any recruiter that set out to work in recruitment. So it's something that I fell into. I was working as a sales rep for James Leckie Design at the time. And when that contract came to an end, I went to Kennedy Recruitment, still a fantastic agency. And I thought I was going for a receptionist post and I ended up working as a recruitment consultant. So it was Kennedy that trained me up and I thoroughly enjoyed my journey there and the work. And that's what really gave me a passion for it.
So look, help me understand a little about your target market. So what specifically, what types of businesses do you enjoy working with, and who benefits the most from working with Keenan Recruitment?
So we specialise in health, in admin and clerical, in logistics, HR and sales. So they would be our main divisions. Now, at the end of last year, I launched our Rec Direct division, which that really means that I recruit recruiters for other recruitment agencies. So it's quite a new concept in Northern Ireland. It is huge across the water. But Peter, we quickly became the market leader for Rec Direct within Northern Ireland. The division is absolutely booming. So it's just lovely to work with people from my wee world of recruitment.
And so, yeah, I've never heard that before, rec to rec. So is that recruiters recruiting recruiters?
That's exactly what we do.
Very good, very
So
good.
yeah,
What made you pursue that as an opportunity?
I think because I network an awful lot, and being a member of REC, the Recruitment Employment Confederation, I actually sit on their professional standards committee over in London. I'm in my 4th year of doing that now. I would speak to a lot of recruiters weekly, and I have very good relationships with recruiters, and I hear the pain points of other agencies, pain points that I too have been through, and that is that it's very difficult to get good staff. You know, there are very good recruiters out there, but it's matching them into the right agency for them and for the agency that's the difficult part. So I thought, yeah, I'll give this a stab and see how we get on. I'm always out networking, and yeah, it's absolutely flying. So it's great.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on that. What would you say, Aideen, has been your biggest lesson since becoming a business owner?
Biggest lesson. I, I went from being a senior recruiter to a director overnight, Peter. So even though we're nearly 13 years on this journey, I'm still learning every single day. I think for me, it's to learn from feedback. Constructive criticism from clients and from candidates can be a brilliant opportunity and is a brilliant opportunity for growth. So by being open to listening and taking on board criticism, but also being willing to make certain changes definitely enhances business practices.
And what about yourself, Aideen? What have you learned about yourself along your business journey?
Um, Myself, I would say, Peter, that I am much more resilient than I maybe did give myself credit for. So, like, as we know, running a business is challenging at the best of times with unpredictable highs and lows. And
Mhm.
I guess we've got to be able to pivot efficiently and quickly. So, navigating that really would require mental toughness and perseverance.
And what about who has shaped or influenced you along the way?
Um, I, I would definitely have to say both my parents and my grandparents. The agency, my business is actually named after my grandfather, Hugh Keenan. My dad and my granddad were entrepreneurs my whole life. They're sadly no longer with us. but they certainly led by example, and it was through them and through watching them growing up, and indeed right into my adult life, I was able to see them work hard, keep at it, especially during the low points, and celebrate the high points. And they really did teach me to practice gratitude. So, it's something that I hope I lead my kids by similar experiences.
And what about, as I look out the window here, the rain is coming down. It's dark when you get up in the mornings. We're well into autumn now, heading towards winter. So what is it after all these years of running your business? What is it that gets you out of bed in the morning and drives your passion for your business?
I know I have the heating on already, I'll tell you. Peter, anybody that knows me knows that I'm a people's person, and I absolutely love my job. I feel very blessed to be in a position to be able to do this job. You know, it's the ability to change lives by connecting individuals throughout Northern Ireland, I suppose, with opportunities that align their skills and aspirations. That's incredibly fulfilling. And knowing that I play a small part in somebody's professional growth and stability, it really is a powerful motivator.
Well, let's hypothetically take you away from people. If we lifted you up and plunked you down on a desert island, yeah, there's no people there, no networking, and you could have a book or a podcast or both or whatever, what would you choose?
It'd be very sad without people. I would choose a book always. At the moment, actually, I am reading, well, I'm about to start reading this. It's called Vivid Vision by Cameron Harold. So I was out with the girls a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling them that I really want to work on a 5-year plan. So I'm 45 at the minute, and there's certain goals that I want to reach before I'm 50, both professionally and personally. So I'm going to start this Vivid Vision soon to carve out a clear roadmap, and this should help with my decision making.
Brilliant, good, great share. I've made a note of that one. I haven't read that one. Let me know what it's like. And what's the biggest challenge that you're facing right now in your business?
Look, there's a few challenges in the recruitment world at the minute. I guess with my firm being built on a foundation of compliance, it is very important that I follow and learn fluid employment laws and protocols. And the government's Good Jobs Employment Rights Bill is giving me a little bit of a headache at the minute, Peter. So there's changes coming. They're definitely coming. And as an agency owner with hundreds of temps out working through us weekly, I have to be in a position to implement these changes, importantly, to remain compliant. So on that, I'm working with the trade body that I spoke about earlier on, the Recruitment Employment Confederation. And there's also an amazing lady from the Employers Confederation on LinkedIn. She's called Michelle McGinley. So she's fantastic, and she shares valuable insights. So, every employer and certainly every recruitment director should be linked in with Michelle, particularly in Northern Ireland, because obviously our employment laws differ from across the water.
And what about, let's go off piste, Aideen. So you can invite any three people, alive or dead, to a dinner party. Who are you inviting?
Oh, I love a good dinner party. Who would I bring? I would, first of all, I would bring Elon Musk. Like him or loathe him, he's an extraordinary character. So I would like to talk to him maybe about how he tackles challenges. Secondly, I would have to bring Beyonce. I've loved her for years. I love her music. I've been to 3 of her concerts so far. And I think with her, I would talk about how she deals with criticism, maybe, how she copes with that. Um, thirdly, I think being a long-standing member of BNI, I would have to say the one and only Mr. Ivan Meisner, who founded BNI, and I think it'd be good to talk to him about how he scaled BNI so successfully worldwide. So I think that would be an interesting dinner party.
And look, in the unlikely event that somebody is listening to this that's never heard of BNI, how would you describe BNI?
BNI is a wonderful opportunity to do business. So basically, we build rapport and trust with the members within our own chapter. and we refer business to each other. And that's it in a nutshell. And I think I'm in my 6th year now of BNI, and I really do get a lot of work from BNI, but I'm also privileged enough to be able to give referrals as well.
And what about if you could go back in time a couple of years and give some advice to your 18-year-old self, Aideen, what would that advice be?
Couple of years, my goodness, that wasn't yesterday. 18. Do you know what, Peter? I would say 18, knock the imposter syndrome on the head sooner and be proud of yourself, girl. I think in Northern Ireland, we talk about 2 degrees of separation, which is so true. My neighbour's cousin knows my best friend's brother. And I guess I was just really afraid of how I was being perceived, who does she think she is, setting up her own agency, that kind of mindset, which probably didn't happen at all. That was just the imposter syndrome talking to me. Peter, in all honesty, it took me to be turning over around 4 million before I could take a step back, look at the work that I was doing, the teams that I was building, the reputation, importantly, that I was building, and the help that I was giving to our local communities by being in a position to be able to offer them work. So, as soon as I was able to take pride in that, things just became less difficult. I was able to shout about the work that we were doing, and that's what banished imposter syndrome for me.
And instead of looking back, let's look forward. So 5 years' time, it sounds like it's a big birthday, but forget about that. What does your business look like in 5 years' time?
5 years' time, Peter, we will be in a very strong position. So, look, we have great contracts within the public sector. We have firmly established ourselves within the private sector with great clients. My clients refer us to new clients and bring me new business. And really, word of mouth is the best marketing that we can receive. And of course, it's completely invaluable. You can't pay for that. And obviously now we spoke about the Rec Direct, and we are the leading Rec Direct recruiter in Northern Ireland. And we have got plans to launch a new division every other year. So, it gives us a chance to get it stamped within the Northern Ireland market before we go into a new one. So, in 5 years' time, yes, we will be in an even stronger position within the Northern Ireland market. But I do think that the most important thing, Peter, is that I am really, really enjoying the journey.
Good stuff. And if somebody likes what they've heard, Aideen, and would like to reach out and get in touch with you or the business, what's the best way for them to go about that?
We're on all the social media platforms. I'm on LinkedIn all day, every day. So probably if you just look me up, Aideen Duggan, Duggan on LinkedIn, and send me a message there.
Superb. Well, Aideen Duggan from Keenan Recruitment, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. Some great shares there and a terrific business journey. So thank you so much again. And I wish you every success for what's left of this year and the future. Aideen, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Peter, for having me.